manually adapting the sound characteristics of various production sound takes to achieve an authentic, convincing sonic one-piece.
We ignore a lot of sounds. You even perceive it when you are asleep. We ignore a lot of sounds.
Is the supreme discipline and daily routine for dialogue editors. NUENDO's new direct offline process, Tonal Match, and its companion tool, Sound Reference, make this tedious task a lot easier and faster. In the Sound Reference window, you can analyze, name and save the sound characteristics of one or more selected audio events from within the project window, audio pool or media bay. Open the Tonal Match direct offline process, select one or multiple target audio events and select the sound reference from the drop-down menu. Each display shows a spectrogram of the corresponding audio. Use the parameters below to adjust the amount of adaptation to your needs.
Sound is always on. You even perceive it when you are asleep. If you would record your daily life, sound is always on. You even perceive it when you are asleep. We ignore a lot of sounds.
NUENDO 13 gives you a very powerful yet intuitive new VST plugin at hand, whose field of application can easily be determined by its name. Voice Separator lets you control the levels of spoken dialogue and background noise independently, to easily reduce or completely remove all unwanted noise from dialogue recordings.
If you would record your daily life environment in sound and listen back afterwards, you will hear more and different things you didn't notice when you were actually there.
Or the other way around. Fade out any undesired voices from sound effects and ambience recordings.
If you would record your daily life environment in sound and listen back afterwards, you will hear more.
With Voice Separator and its self-explanatory interface, you can achieve pristine results in no time. No matter if used as a real-time insert effect or as a direct offline process. All this is accomplished under the hood by a highly effective AI process, well-trained to reliably detect and isolate spoken dialogue even in complex recordings, so you can focus on the creative tasks and decisions. The ADR Script Reader allows you to share selectable ADR marker attributes from the current project with anyone involved in an ADR recording session. To access the ADR Script Reader, you can use any computer or tablet in the same local network. To use ASR on the same computer as NUENDO, choose localhost from the drop-down menu. Just enter the IP address in any available browser or scan the QR code. ASR can be used on multiple devices at the same time. For a better overview, you can show and hide previous and next markers. The edit mode can be locked with a 4-digit PIN to prevent unintended or unauthorized editing. In edit mode, you can write down comments or edit dialogue lines directly to a marker track in NUENDO. For example, the ADR supervisor can easily monitor the recording progress, write down notes, and even edit the dialogue lines if needed. So there's no need for syncing documents afterwards. You can cycle through markers with the arrow buttons. Select a specific marker and even switch marker tracks. Any marker selection in ASR directly syncs the selection in the NUENDO project, places the locators to selection and relocates the transport position. You can then instantly start rehearsal, recording and review, completely in remote from any browser.
Sound is always on. You even perceive it when you are asleep. Sound is always on. You even perceive it when you are asleep. Sound is always on. You even perceive it when you are asleep.
New options have been added through the ADR setup window.
Betroffene können sich zeitweise nicht bewegen, nicht sprechen.
In the video settings, you can now set Show Black during pre-roll and Show Black during post-roll independently from each other and in combination with a swipe or counter video overlay.
Sie haben die Schlafkrankheit. Betroffene können sich zeitweise nicht bewegen, nicht sprechen.
Windows 13 now supports TTAl 1.1 for TTAl-based Netflix dubbing workflows, including forced narrative and multi-character attributes. The new events are saved in the corresponding user attributes, type and RGN. With the updated Detect Silence panel, cleaning up dialogue is now easier and provides more flexibility. Instead of only stripping silent parts, you can now choose to just make cuts between dialogue and background noise to create new events. Additionally, you can choose to directly select and/or mute the separated non-dialogue segments after Detect Silence has been processed. This way, you can proceed with further editing without having to manually select the newly created events. With this new command, you can directly rename selected events in the project window. Just select one or more events that you would like to rename and open the rename prompt via the Edit or Context menu or by key command. The name text is focused automatically, so you can directly start typing and confirm by pressing Enter. This works for audio events, MIDI and audio parts, and marker events. You now can quickly add and name markers to a marker track in one step. For position markers, hold down Alt and Shift and click at the position where the marker should be placed. For cycle markers, just draw the desired range while pressing Command and Shift. This also works with the drawing tool. The difference is that you only need to hold down Shift for placing a position marker. The functionality of the Range Select tool has been extended with two new functions. You now can move the range cursor to the next or previous hit point within an audio event. Additionally, you can extend the start or end of an existing range selection to the next or previous hit points as well. The behavior is similar to the range to next or previous event commands. Both functions don't have default key command assignments, but can be assigned with any key command you like.